So yesterday I was listening to a very old song from the 60s, and it was potatoes, potatoes. Yeah. You say potatoes, yeah. I say potatoes, yeah. You say tomatoes. And the funniest thing is I was listening to the lyrics, and it was actually a breakup song. I can't remember the artist, but it was so soothing and soft that you wouldn't even know. Their type of music was just different.
The songs can be very soothing. So I used to be on the night shift, graveyard shift, on radio one time, and then we'd play all of the songs, and then how you play Ebony and Ivory, and the message with Ebony and Ivory telling you that look at the piano, you have the ebony, you have the ivory, and that you can always just live together, everybody, whether you're white or black, in harmony.
All right, it is time for us to go harmoniously into the entertainment news. Now, Taylor Swift and Ariana Grande gets the highest MTV VMA nominations. Now, the nominees for MTV Video Music Awards have been announced, with singers Ariana Grande and Taylor Swift leading the pack with 10 nominations each. Now, other nominees include Billie Eilish with 9 nominations, Lil Nas X with 8 nominations, Drake, Cardi B, DJ Khaled, Ed Sheeran, Lady Gaga, Travis Scott, Childish Gambino, and a list of others also get nominations in different categories. Now, the 36th edition of the MTV VMAs is set to hold on the 26th of August 2019 at the Prudential Center in New Jersey. Now, it's quite interesting because most times I feel like internationally we feel the big stars or the biggest stars are the rappers. Now, when you see people like the pop stars, the country stars, like a Taylor Swift and an Ariana Grande getting the highest nominations, it just makes you know that there is still this crowd that appreciates this kind of music, just like how we're saying, with the oldies. Yes. There's still a crowd that highly appreciates this kind of music. So for me, I think don't be so quick to try to move into the rap and the hip hop, because you might just have your niche right there.
All of them still work because they have different people that listen to different songs, and it's good for them. Shout out to Lil Nas X with one song, Old Town Road. And look at that. Nominations already. Yeah. Wow.
That's a lot of hard work. Childish Gambino too.
Yeah, true that.
Congratulations. And for you to have been nominated, you have done something good. And now, even if you don't win at the end of the day, you're still being recognized.
Yes,
so right
indeed.
here, that is it about awards every now and then. We talk about this. All right.
Definitely. Let's move on to the next story. Meek Mill partners with Jay-Z to launch label. Yes, Meek Mill and Jay-Z are partnering and getting into business to bring Meek Mill's Dream Chaser label into the Rock Nation fold. According to reports, the two rappers signed a deal yesterday in New York City at the Rock Nation Midtown headquarters. The joint venture will see Meek Mill oversee the label and build a staff to sign and develop artists. The label will also handle its own operation, creative strategy, marketing, and business affairs. Speaking about the deal with Meek Mill, Jay-Z said, and I quote, "Everything he has done leading up to this point shows he's ready to lead the next generation. We look at the bigger picture. This is way beyond signing artists and having hot records." He further said, and I quote, "The overall and overarching view is for us to boss up and do things together and pull each other up and get control of the things that we produce." So Jay-Z, businessman, Meek Mill, get into business. They're doing business right now.
Meek Mill was involved with a particular celebrity. Was it Nicki Minaj?
Yeah.
Was Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, Nicki Minaj.
And I remember at the time, people were like, what is Nicki Minaj doing with this guy? Now look at him. Signing with Jay-Z.
I've always believed in Meek Mill. I don't know when people always take sides, and that is where you find that. That does not necessarily mean that that person doesn't know his job. And when you say stuff like this, I mean, I'm just so happy, especially with the fact that, well, it's not in this news, but like, taking a cue from this, you think about Mariah Carey and you think that like everything she's done with everything, and then you find Jermaine Dupri working with her, and she's doing well. I mean, did you listen to the recent stuff from Mariah Carey?
No, not
okay.
so yet.
Well, she's still working, and she's doing fantastically well.
Honestly, they're working underground. Someone like Jay-Z, up till like this year or last year, we were always saying he was Beyonce's video vixen. And now he's the richest black man in Forbes.
So now I'm the one who believes that was thinking that.
Still talking about this deal, I think every Nigerian African artist should learn from this. Meek Mill is still signed under Rick Ross's Maybach Music. Now, his own record label, Dream Chaser, is still under Maybach Music. Now, he's signing another deal with Rock Nation. So you can see, it happens there.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, Drake is doing OVO, his own imprint.
Yeah.
OVO is still under Young Young Money, Cash Money under Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is still under Cash Money, Birdman. So I'm tired of Nigerian artists.
And the label
they just want to start their own thing and leave their mother label.
But here is the thing, there's a structure. There's a structure. They know that their royalties are their royalties. They know that their pay is their pay.
We should be learning.
Here.
I agree.
So that you don't think that you can always manage. You can be a good artist and then you can't even manage a record label.
A bigger body over you. I think Chocolate City tried doing it when Jesse started his own Jags Nation under Chocolate City, even Ice Prince, Super Cool Cat. Maybe too, they are trying it.
I think
maybe
we'll
as
get
different producers,
eventually.
Different producers under their label.
Exactly.
They have their own record label, but they're under Maven Records, and they're still Supreme Maven Dynasty.
I do hope that we get there very soon because, you know, we've been talking about this for too long, and we keep talking about you have artists here and they say, oh, you know, we don't have that structure, we don't have that structure. When are we going to have that structure? We can't just keep staying there and be talking about
few people
every time.
are coming. It's not very easy. That's the truth of the matter. Few people like Don Jazzy are coming out to change the game, like Chocolate City are coming out to change the game. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't take a lot of money, a lot of resources, a lot of time. Even the Mavings that we're talking about, a couple of months ago, they were under heat, saying that they didn't have any artist again and all of that. So even they are facing all these pressures.
Typical Nigerian guy or girl, we say, I want to become my own boss so that I don't share my money with somebody else.
Yes.
That's where we're getting the problem from.
And I really get what you're talking about. And that is why we do not have, like, a lot of people say, I am a songwriter. So you're an artist. Another person should be able to write for you. So now you are actually designating duties. People should have different things they do. And we know your strength. We know that you're vast, but then this is your main strength. So you should focus on that.
Okay.
They don't want to share money in Nigeria.
I mean, because if we don't do this, I don't think the royalty,
we'll get there.
The royalty thing will come. You know, you can get paid, and especially with the fact that you're still complaining, we're going to beg people to promote our stuff. When do we get there? All right, so let's move on, guys. Wendy Williams breaks down in tears talking about ex-husband. Now, it's been over 3 months since Wendy Williams split from her longtime husband, Kevin Hunter, but it's still a sore subject. During a recent interview on Sirius XM's Karen Hunter show, the TV host got emotional when asked if she had legally changed her last name.
She was about to ask, is there a way you can come back together?
All right, so Wendy Williams filed for divorce in April after over 2 decades of marriage with Kevin Hunter, when she discovered he fathered another child with his mistress. She has also cut ties with him professionally, as he was removed as executive producer of the Wendy Williams show, and she dissolved the Hunter Foundation, the non-profit organization the couple founded in 2014. So guys, let's talk about this, especially with the fact that she got so emotional and she says she's at peace. So I think that when you look back, I mean, when you have reported a lot of people's marriages, or you know, and then you thought relationships, and then you thought your own was fantastic. Well, and then at the end of the day, this is coming, and then you have worked so hard. Well, it's so painful, but then you have to do what you have to do.
So for me, I think that with Wendy's relationship, I think they were having a bit of issues for some time, and it was just more of a trying to patch things together, because there was a time where Wendy Williams was reportedly on some drugs. She was said to have been using some drugs and everything. So she was obviously going through some stuff, which is why I can understand why she's so emotional, and she's also saying that she's happy and she's at peace. Because sometimes you can say, this thing has been going on for 2 decades, I want to make it work, I want to try, I want to protect our image, but it's so demanding for yourself, emotionally, mentally, physically, so stressful. So I'm happy that, you know, she's coming out of that.
So Karen saw how emotional this interview was going, and she even she went for that by asking, do you think, so I guess the question she wanted to ask is, do you think you people can just come back together? And when did he even let her, when did he even let her land? Like, no. But I don't know, man. The bond, like how many years of marriage, over 2 decades, and the organization they funded together, the non-profit, everything just had to come to a pause, stop, and it's just crazy, man.
It's crazy. I am not in her shoes, but then when you've given a lot, well, we have not really heard from the second party, but then, as they say that there are always 2 sides to a story, but then, I mean, when you look at this and you think that I was drained, especially talking about the drugs that you said. So if she was taking drugs because of this, and she passed out, she was having health issues because of these drugs. And so you were going to kill yourself. And you know that thing about what will people say, especially when you have talked about other people and then you're thinking, if they know about this, what will people say?
Happen?
In fact, when she passed out, you know, when they said journalists went to our house, she was like, I'm a popular person, please, I don't want people to know what is going on.
Okay.
I'm fine, I'm okay, and all that. But then at the end of the day, when you get to this level, and as they say, time heals everything.
True.
Well, perhaps maybe not everything, but in the long run, I think you'd look back and then you'll be thankful that you have that peace. You did not kill yourself. You know?
I don't think there's a chance for them coming back together. You know, there's a time, I mean, as women, there are times when you forgive, you just get to your limits and you're done.
Just move on.
And you just move on. So I feel like that's where she's at. She's at her peak.
And guess what? Wendy is actually going on dates and she's having a nice time.
How many guys now? Because there was a young boy, then later she now said it's a black man, it's a doctor.
So you know
I like the fact that she said that she's not taking away the Hunter name, that is her son's name. I like the fact that she's not coming out to shame him. You know, most times when marriages fail, you know, some celebrities come out. Some celebrities come out and they come and rubbish the family name. But I like the fact that she's saying, you know what, I still respect this. This is my son's name. I can't take this away from him, but I'm removing myself away from this situation. Who is talking about Tuntu?
So don't even change our son's surname to our own surname.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she
now
did
let's
actually.
focus on Wendy.
Okay, yeah.
So I think that Wendy is doing this on purpose, like showing us different guys and saying this one is a doctor, this is younger, this is this. I think she's just having a good time in general.
She's just doing all of them.
Part of it is Pepe them. Part
So
of it.
she's
having a good
she's doing
time.
everybody.
And yeah, of course.
All right, let's move on, Amanda.
All right, that is it on the entertainment news. Now, it is time for our celebrities' birthday shout-outs. Yes, today on Celebrity Birthday Shout-outs, we have American actor, comedian, and television host Matt LeBlanc. And we also have, talking about Matt LeBlanc, he's
Popular
from
for Friends.
Yes. I mean, I'm just looking at him and he's like, what? He's already getting old and stuff.
And that character won him like 3 Emmy Awards from Friends itself.
I still watch Friends.
Wow.
I still watch Friends.
I moved on. Like,
My
they kept on showing it. Like, can't this series just end?
It can't. I was going to say we need a Nigerian version, but be careful what you wish for. All right, another person's birthday today is Jamaican singer and the widow of Bob Marley, Rita Marley.
Yeah,
yes.
Rita Marley, I think she came to Nigeria during Celebration 2000.
Wow, she looks Yoruba.
2014 or 15. She looks Yoruba because
she does.
She's Jamaican.
Lots of Jamaicans look that way. Oh my God, Amanda.
So that means we look like Jamaicans.
Oh my God.
I'm done.
Of course, special birthday shout out to everybody celebrating their birthday on this day.
Yes, we wish you the best.
Happy birthday.
I think July particularly has a lot of people under that umbrella. No, because
when my month comes, this one, July, I think she'll now use her honeypot accent. I think July has a lot of people. Yes, we know.
Okay, guys, focus. Don't mind this one. Up next is Rewind. Take a look to find out what happened in the world of entertainment on this very day in history.